Hey everyone, welcome back. So, if you recognize the red forbidden cards, this is the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Okay, I've had this deck for like almost a year or a little over a year now, but I barely read them because like they have very different meanings than a traditional tarot, but I will look at them more visually, and I have a lot of clarifier cards. I thought I would try something out. I did do an 18 plus reading about like your next sexual encounter. If you haven't watched that, check it out. I did that like maybe a couple weeks ago. You can find that, but I thought I'd do another one. It was pretty fun to do. Okay, so this is gonna be like your sex life or just general, you know, sex with your future spouse. Let's turn that around. Okay, so I have the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Shadowscape Tarot, Vice Versa Tarot. I do have the Romance Angel Oracle deck on the side, but I figured, you know, let the special cards be the, you know, sexual magic cards. But I do have them off to the side just in case I need to pull them. And I made my own little flashcard things when I first started reading. It just has like random, you know, maybe keywords or, you know, stuff like that. So we will look at that, but that would just be like a little extra thing for fun. And on the side, I do also have a pendulum just to kind of see, you know, what else we can kind of look at. Okay, but yeah, this is just going to be sex life with your future spouse, okay? Before or while you're married, all right? Just like however it's going to resonate. Okay, so we have pile 1, the tiger's eye bracelet, pile 2, the chakra bracelet, and then pile 3, the red bracelet. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to get started. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It should be fun though. Okay, so pile 1. So these cards are kind of separate because like a lot came out and I'm not really sure if I should keep these, so I'll ask if I should, but I'll just separate them. Okay, so let's just start with this, okay? So with these cards, we have the Moon in the reverse, the Four of Wands in the reverse, the Two of Wands, hopefully that's in frame, and the Five of Pentacles was the first card that came out. Clarifier cards, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles again, and the Fool card. Okay, and then with the Vice Versa Tarot, we have the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of, oh I know, the King of Pentacles, and the Temperance. Okay, we have Brunette, and the Flirt. This person oozes sex appeal. Let me see if I should read those. Should I take the other flashcards? Yes, okay. Number 10. The feelings are mutual. Okay, with the Temperance card, that makes sense. Karmic relationship, it was in the reverse, so let's just take it how, let's just see what comes up with it. Number 4, for how many. And petite / short. Okay, that could be one of your features. Maybe like a below average height person, okay? Let me just make sure this is all in frame real quick. All right, this for the most part. Okay, so pile number 1. So sex life with your future spouse. Let's just look at these cards first, okay? So usually the Five of Pentacles talks about being left out in the cold and everything, and we do have that clarified, so I do feel like I have to pay attention to that. However, these people are like, they're literally just outside, okay? There's a lot of outdoor stuff, so maybe you guys have a lot of like romantic dinners together, and then it leads to very, you know, passionate lovemaking outside, or, you know, on the balcony in your backyard, you know, stuff like that, like swings. Yeah, I'm seeing dinner, I'm seeing outside. Okay, so it might be something like that, like just after a romantic dinner. Maybe one of you plays an instrument, like this is a violin right here. Maybe they play guitar, or you do, or, you know, like a string type of instrument, or maybe maybe even string instruments kind of get you in the mood, like a nice romantic mood, okay? The Two of Wands, she's kind of like tickling his leg with her foot, so maybe, you know, maybe you guys do a lot of like that in public, you know, low-key flirting type of thing where like, you know, you're at dinner and maybe like they like, you know, if you're a girl, they like slide your skirt up, you know, or like, yeah, you kind of like run your foot up their leg or something. Like there's a lot of like teasing and seduction that might happen when you're in a public place, but you do it a little privately, you know? It's just like that thought of like you could at any given moment be caught, but you're a little more coy about it. The Four of Wands. Yeah, they're like literally having sex in the swing. So, I mean, this was in the reverse. I'm not really sure if I should read these in the reverse because like it's a very unique type of deck. So you can take it both ways. Either I would say you guys might be a little kinky because the whole like thing in public and getting caught or being outside, that is kind of a kink that people have. So you guys might be like that where the fear of getting caught almost entices you, okay? And like I said, outdoor stuff, like maybe like, you know, doing it on a swing set or something, maybe like having sex at a park, okay? I'm kind of getting like almost like a play date, like maybe in the future, if or when, you know, you have kids, because this is the Ten of Pentacles kind of clarifying. It's maybe like when you have kids, you know, you guys like to kind of spice it up and do other things. So maybe when your kid is like, you know, on a play date or something, that's when you guys do it. Or maybe, you know, you go on like a family picnic or something like that, and then like, you know, the kids are playing and they're having fun, and then you guys kind of just like run off, like sneak off. You know, like you obviously your kids are fine, they're playing, they're safe, you know that they're fine, but you kind of just sneak off real quick and just do a little quickie without getting caught, you know, like that type of thing. You know, a little reckless, but not here to judge. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so with the Moon card, I feel a little compelled to read this in the reverse, but I mean, you guys might be kind of like on the swinging side, like little swingers, like maybe maybe you guys will be into like, you know, group sex or something. Okay, I'm kind of seeing that with like the options, okay, for the Seven of Cups, like maybe you kind of like a lot of people involved, okay? Some of you could be poly, maybe. All right. The number 4 is actually funny because that is kind of clarifying it, okay? So like it could be like 4 people, like, you know, like you and your partner and someone else and their partner, like maybe it's a double date or something, and you guys maybe talk about it and you're just like, oh, hey, let's do like some group thing or something, you know? That might be something, obviously not for everybody, you know? Or maybe just like in a public place when there's like a lot of people around, like I keep saying. Like this is kind of like, you know, sex on the beach, so maybe you guys will go to like a nude beach or something, like on vacation, and you just do it out in the open, and you don't care who's watching you because it's like wherever this is, it's kind of acceptable. Like maybe like you go on a honeymoon in like Europe or something. Okay? Also, this is Pisces energy, so someone could be a Pisces, also Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be though. But with this Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's like Ace of Swords in the reverse is like lack of clarity, and then like the Moon card, you know, that's like at nighttime. So yeah, just like you never get caught when you're doing this, you know. It's like I guess you guys have a way of like sneaking about when you're doing it, okay? Like you make sure you don't get caught. But there is a lot of nighttime outdoors stuff, okay? I'm just seeing a lot of nighttime outdoors, and a lot of the times these cards do have outdoor themes. So it's just kind of take it how you will, but I feel like you guys probably are those type of people that just like to do that, okay? So yeah, you might be into like, you know, group sex or like threesome, foursome, or, you know, or just a very kind of public place, and you don't really mind if people see you. Like you're kind of just very enticed with each other. They don't really care if people can see you, okay? Because just the Five of Pentacles talking about being left out in the cold, I feel like I want to take that more in the literal sense, like you are outside when it is cold, or maybe like, you know, you know, you guys probably like going outside a lot together, so you have like a cute little date outside, and maybe like, you know, you're a little chilly, you know, you just kind of sit under a blanket, and while you're under the blanket, you're actually like, you know, having sex, you know, in like a very like kind of sneaky fashion. And there's probably a lot of people around, but you never really get caught when you're doing this. Okay? And I feel like whether this is you or them, like this person oozes sex appeal, I feel like it's the kind of thing where you're gonna want to be, you know, with them all the time. Okay, I'm also seeing like, you know, if you're the feminine, you know, you could have red hair, they could be a brunette, because we're also like, they also have the word brunette, and all these men have brown hair. Okay, so yeah, you could be a redhead, or like, you know, have like ginger hair, bronze hair, and they're a brunette. Their hair could be like medium to long, okay, like up to their ears, all the way down to like their shoulders, okay, because I'm seeing that for like all of these pictures, just like a brunette with kind of long hair, okay. And yeah, you might not really mind being around other people, okay, because also with the Fool card, I feel like for this pile, the Fool card is like reckless abandon, like a romance novel type of thing. Like, you know, like you really don't mind being out in the public. Like, either the thrill of possibly getting caught but never getting caught turns you on, or you guys just have a very coy way of doing it. Like, you know, like maybe, like I said, you're at a park or something, and maybe if you're the female, like, you sit on his lap and you just kind of like, you know, lift your skirt up, you know, you're not wearing underwear, and like, you know, while you're sitting on his lap, you're just kind of like, you know, going up and down, like that type of thing. But it's a very sneaky type of way, so no one around you really knows. Like, it's not really clear what you're doing. If someone was driving by or walking past, like, they wouldn't notice, but you are in fact doing that. Okay. And I definitely feel like you're gonna be like, you know, when you expand your family, like when you have kids and all that, you're still gonna be like very much all over each other, okay? And yeah, like the numbers are 4 and 10, so maybe something with 4 or 10 is significant, okay? Maybe like the month of October, the month of April, maybe maybe you guys, like, you know, do it like, you know, 4 times, or, you know, or 10 times. Maybe you have like 4 kids afterwards, or, you know, eventually have 4 kids. Okay. Let's see, what else? The repeated numbers are 4, 5, 2. Okay. So 5 is about like, you know, change. 4 is kind of like harmony. Let me get my notebook out. Okay, so 2 is stay positive, stay open to new soulmates and teachers. 4 is you may ask for assistance now. 5 is a powerful shift is coming. Your angels are helping you manifest your desires. Okay? So like this could be someone that you're currently thinking about. Like, you know, your future spouse could be someone that is on your mind right now. It could be someone that you're crushing on, that you feel a very strong pull to, and you're probably getting a lot of like sexual energy from them. Maybe with the new moon energy, that's probably like caused a little bit of a shift in your sexual energy towards this person. Okay. I just had a burp, so that could be a confirmation. All right. I feel like I didn't look at these cards at all, so yeah, maybe you guys just like flat out do it multiple times with the 7 of Cups card. Like, you have multiple opportunities to do it, or, you know, maybe multiple orgasms or something. Like, you know, you're just very passionate about each other. Okay. With the 2 of Swords. Also the 2 of Wands, because that's kind of talking about making plans together. So maybe, yeah, maybe it's like when you guys go out and you plan to do something, like it's like a planned date or something. That's when you kind of decide like, oh hey, like, you know, it's probably not like that spontaneous, you know. It might just be like the kind of thing where, yeah, you're like, let's go on a date, or let's go out tonight, and then while you're on a date, you know, things just get kind of hot and heavy. It might always be something when like you had plans to go somewhere or do something, and then you kind of just randomly, you know, just get very hot for each other. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so petite, short, you know, you could be petite or shorter than them. They could be kind of tall. Okay, vice versa, however that's gonna resonate. Karmic relationship is the weird card because like this doesn't really seem like it's a karmic type of connection. Okay, it really doesn't seem like that. Like, maybe you're in a karmic cycle with them right now. Okay, like they could be like a soulmate or something, or like a, you know, like a karmic level connection, and you're currently just in like a little bit of a karmic cycle that you have to get out of. Okay, because 10 does talk about like completing a cycle, and it is kind of on top of this. So yeah, it might just be like you're not with them right now, but you will eventually be with them, so you just have to wait for that cycle to end and take its course. Okay, and like start anew with the Fool card. Like maybe for some of you, this like twin flame, soulmate, karmic, whatever connection probably had just recently started with the Fool card. Like you just had this awakening pretty recently, okay? But we also have the Moon and the Temperance, so just take it how it's gonna resonate. But yeah, someone could be a Pisces. And let's see, that kind of like also looks like a Scorpion, so they could have some sort of Scorpio placement as well. Okay? Like maybe like a Scorpio Venus or something. Because this is talking about like attraction, romance, sex, and all that, so it could be like a Scorpio placement somewhere in there. Okay? And yeah, just like again, like this watermelon, this fruit, like this flowers, like I really do feel like it, something about food, like maybe you guys kind of bring food in the bedroom as well. That could be for some of you, okay? Or, you know, I also kind of see like, you know, you guys, again, when I said planning, like maybe you guys really plan out the days when you are, you know, doing the do. So maybe they like, have like a really romantic side, and they like, you know, lay out like, you know, rose petals on the bed, or like maybe they get a hotel or something, or you know, take like a romantic bath or something together, and then you do it. Okay, so something about flowers and food. Okay, so maybe like you bring like, you know, wine and strawberries or something into the bedroom, or it's just during dinner, that's when you start getting really hot for each other, and that's when you decide to go. But I just get a lot of romantic undertones on top of the very frisky. It's like a romantic courtship type of relationship, where like you're really sweet with each other, very nurturing towards one another, like in a general sense. Like when you're going out on a date, it's like a wine and dine. But then I'm thinking like wine, dine, and 69. But I was also watching The Office like yesterday. So yeah, it could be that type of like wine, dine, and 69 type of energy, where like, you know, you have a romantic date, and all the flowers and the violins and like the delectable foods, but then the second you guys get to the bedroom, or the second you guys have sex wherever you are, it's like very kinky, it's very just a lot of sex appeal, okay, because you're very hot for each other, because the feelings are mutual, okay. It's just like a very hot and heavy type of connection you guys have. Like you're like all over each other, okay. This person could really love your breast, you know, because we have like they're like sucking on their breast, like both of them are. This guy's holding her actually no, she's holding her own breast, and he's kind of like holding at her waist. So maybe he also likes, you know, reverse cowgirl, like he probably likes when you ride him or something. Obviously just reverse the gender, but you know, if you're the female, then he's a male, then he likes when you ride him or sit on his lap and kind of just like do it like that. He might like when you tease him, okay, the whole foot right there. I feel like there's a lot of like intense eye contact you might have with each other, because they're kind of looking at each other very intensely, and there's a lot of kissing, like a very passionate type of thing. Okay, just a lot of caressing. All right. You probably have your clothes on for like a big majority of it, and then like next thing you know you're fully naked. So maybe like up until like foreplay or something, like you're still fully dressed. Like you probably like to take your time when undressing each other in like a very seductive type of way. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm also getting like maybe like a striptease or something you might have. Like I'm kind of seeing like lap dance, and like I'm looking at how like this picture they're fully dressed, but in this picture, like, you know, his arms are exposed. He might have nice arms too. His arms are exposed. He's wearing shorts. You know, her legs are out. It looks like she's just wearing like a bralette or something. Her arms are out. You know, so maybe like you guys just like kind of like, you know, striptease each other. Okay, maybe even like play a game of like strip poker, like something like that. Like you just like you purposely undress, and it's just very attractive. And you guys both love doing that. Okay. Let's make sure my phone is charged. I don't want my phone to die while I'm in the middle of doing this. What else? Yeah, just like slowly undressing. Like maybe like maybe even like before, like, you know, your dinner date starts, you know, like if it's just like in private in your own home or something, you make out, and you're getting like half undressed, like you're getting comfortable, and then you just kind of both stare at each other, you know, and like they have their shirt off, and you are just in your bra and underwear or something, and you both just kind of like, I feel like there's just a lot of teasing. Okay, so like you both kind of stare at each other half dressed, and then eventually, like, you know, you can't resist each other, and then you just completely undress, and you just get like right down to business. Okay, but it's like a very seductive, very sensual type of relationship. Okay, I will ask the pendulum, because this karmic card looks so weird right here. Okay, so for some people in pile number 1, is this a karmic? I'm seeing no. Okay, for pile number 1, is this a karmic cycle they have to deal with this person? No. For pile number 1, is this a spiritual connection with this person? Yes. Okay, yes. So, yeah, this could be like a soulmate, twin flame connection that you're dealing with. And while they said that this isn't a karmic, so you don't have to worry about them being a karmic, the karmic cycle, it said no, but like, so it might not be like a bad karma, but it could be like the type of situation where, like, you know, you do still have like a soul contract together, and some people do refer to it as a karmic soulmate. It doesn't have to be bad. Okay, so it could be that type of situation. Ooh, okay. So that's what I'm seeing, but I do want to also address this temperance card, because I feel like I didn't really look at this right. I didn't really look at it that much. This is like not surrendering to your ego, I believe, because that's like the stable for the Hanged Man that's all the way in the corner. Okay. And I know like ego is the killer of love, so yeah, it could be like a soulmate twin flame connection. So don't let your ego get the best of you with this connection if you're in separation. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing right there. Alright, so yeah, for some of you, you could kind of be in a separation, and there has to be a level of patience. Okay, but that's what I'm getting for some of you, or maybe even most of you. Just take it however it resonates. I feel like the vice versa tarot, it was just kind of on the sidelines. These are the main cards that are kind of telling me everything I need to know, so, but I still wanted to address the cards there. I didn't want to leave any cards out. Okay, so yeah, that's all I'm really seeing. Alright, but thank you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it resonated for you. Okay, this sounds like a nice little saucy marriage. Okay, so pile number 2, the chakra bracelet. Make sure. Why is it so dark? Okay. And to white balance that. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Chalices in the reverse. The Six of Chalices in the reverse. And the Five of Swords. Okay, this is more for visuals because, again, I don't really read this deck that much, but because it's a sexual reading, of course I'm going to look at them, but more for visual purposes, okay? So for clarifier cards, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Why so many reverse cards? Vice versa tarot, we have the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Wands. And then message from the angels. Take how these resonate. Okay, so 444. That also is the Emperor card, so you could be seeing the number 4 a lot. Okay, traits and characteristics, we have fashionable. So they could be fashionable. Wavy hair. Junior. Okay, so they could have the prefix junior in their name. They don't have to. The mom or dad friend. Maybe you see this person as like the mother or father of your children, okay? Because we have junior and the mom or dad friend. So maybe that's just hinting at like they'll be a great parent, okay? Features medium short hair. Okay, so short wavy hair. 111 as another message from the angels. Skater boy or girl. So they could have that kind of edgy look to them. And bookworm. So that those could be some traits for them, okay? So yeah, fashionable, short wavy hair. They could have like a skater boy or skater girl type of look. You can see the numbers 111 or 444, okay? They could have junior in their name somewhere. They don't have to. Or you see them as being a parent to your kids and like, you know, because you could easily name your kids after them and they could be junior, okay? And yeah, they could love reading or just seem very, very well read. All right, but that's just for fun for those cards. So let's just look at these. So yeah, I'm just looking at these visually. I don't know if I should read these in the reverse or upright. Okay. It's the King of Pentacles, if you can see that. This person, it's kind of like a playful looking energy with this person. Like the girl is just kind of like tee, like running around. Like maybe they'll like, you know, chase you around the house and just like undress you, you know? Like you play a fun little game with that. Okay? Like just kind of running around with like just wearing a sheet or something. Okay. Let's look at the other cards. Okay. So, the King of Chalices. And this is in the reverse, so keep that in mind, but it could be like, what is that called? Fellatio? A blowjob or something. That maybe, you know, you could be, maybe you give them a lot of oral, okay? Or if you know, if they're a guy, you give them oral, okay? Or maybe I'm kind of getting just very submissive, okay? Maybe they like when you wear like, you know, black lingerie or something, okay? But you probably have like the sub-dom type of energy, or maybe you're like a brat or something. A brat. Like on like the kinky scale, if that makes any sense to you. The Six of Chalices, it is in the reverse. Let's see. This could be a past life connection, because Six of Cups does talk about, like, you know, nostalgia and memories and everything, kind of being like stuck in the past. If anything, maybe it's like after a really good night, you kind of think about it for a really long time, you know? Like, you think about the amazing sex that you had the night before. I'm also kind of seeing, like, obviously this is a painting, but maybe maybe you guys like to, like, maybe you're the type that has like a mirror on your ceiling, you know? Like, you put a mirror on your ceiling and you watch each other, okay? There are two kings here, so this could be a same-sex relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it could be, you know? Maybe you're trying to pick between two different people, or yeah, two guys, or maybe like the idea of a threesome, you know, but like two guys, one girl, that might be something that comes up, you know? Again, take what resonates. These cards are very different than original tarot. They have different names. The names are called like spells or something, so they're a little different. And again, I barely read these cards, so I'm just looking at them visually. But yeah, so maybe you guys like kind of like to look at yourselves when you're doing it, like in the mirror or something, okay? I'm also kind of getting that with this Five of Swords here. Because like, because obviously like the action is right here, okay? Like, it almost looks like he is looking into a mirror at her butt, you know, like hugging her, and behind her is a mirror and he's just like staring at her, okay? So yeah, you guys could be like kind of kinky in that sense, that you love watching each other, okay? And also this person might really love your butt, okay? Like, they might be really attracted to your butt. Like, you might have a lot of curves, okay? You're the one that could have the wavy hair, all right? I'm also like, I mean, I feel like pretty much for all these decks, there's like a brunette and a ginger, but like there is red hair for 3 of these pictures. You could be the one with the wavy hair. You could have red hair, okay? You don't have to, but you could. I had a slight burp confirmation. Let's see what else. Yeah, like the socks are kind of thrown on like a branch. So yeah, you just love it, kind of like, you know, ripping each other's clothes off, tossing them around, okay, wearing black, okay, black lingerie, very like flowy type of things too. Really like things that kind of accentuate your curves, okay, if you are a curvy woman. All right. Let's see. Well, should I take these as a reverse is the question. Should I read these cards in the reverse? Okay, no. That might make things easier, because I guess this is the kind of deck that probably shouldn't be read in the reverse. I do read reversals, but like only for the Shadowscape Tarot, because the other tarot is like, it's already, you know, double-sided and all that. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Sorry if I'm killing the mood with my monotone. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, the messages seem clearer though, that it's no longer in reverse. So yeah, it's just general, again, chasing each other around. Okay, you guys might have like an outdoor thing, just like how pile number 1 did. Okay, I feel like a lot of these cards for this deck in particular is very like outdoors, outside type of stuff, but I feel like it's kind of like in your own garden, like, you know, in your own home, like that type of thing. Okay. I feel like an energy of like something being counterintuitive with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. I'm gonna look at that real quick. Like, there might be some like almost codependency in this, at least in sex life, you know, like maybe maybe, you know, either you're like kind of dick whipped, or they're kind of like, you know, pussy whipped. Like, maybe, you know, you guys just really know how to satisfy each other, so that when when you're not around each other, you're basically craving each other a lot, okay? Because like, yeah, that was like the whole stuck in the past, or just looking back. Maybe you guys will make like a sex tape or something, and you like say if you were like a porn watcher in the past, you're not going to be able to watch porn again. You're only going to want to watch videos of you two together, because like only they turn you on, you know. It could be that type of situation, okay? But yeah, just like going above and beyond, and being like really, really sexy for each other, okay? I feel like I noticed that the man is dressed, like in each one the man is dressed, okay? It could be like a very dominant type of energy, like almost like you're like their sex slave in a way, okay? Whether that's your thing or not, okay? It might be like that type of thing, because again, the codependency. There might be some level of insecurity that you may have, or maybe even they have, because like this person is like wearing clothing that they're fully dressed. So maybe, if anything, maybe at first, like when you guys are together but not married, you know, like you might be kind of skittish about taking off all of your clothes. Like maybe you only like maybe you just kind of like, you know, lift your skirt up, or like lift up your shirt, but you don't, but like you have something on, you know. Like you wear lingerie or something. Maybe you want like, you know, cover your stomach, or you know, maybe you have like scars or stretch marks that you don't want them to see, so you're a little nervous about it. And I feel like with that first card, they're probably just like, I don't care, like take it all off, take everything off, and you're just like, no, I don't want to, you know, and they're just like, take everything off, okay? So yeah, you might be very shy at first about taking off all of your clothes, okay? Whether this is the very beginning, or maybe this is like a recurring thing, like whenever you guys have sex, you know, you always try to keep your clothes on, and they want to see your full body, like they fully want to see you naked, and you kind of like turn away from them, because I feel like they really want to take all of your clothes off, and you kind of like almost refuse, and you're like, I don't want to, and they're like, come on, you know? But also with the fashionable card, yeah, like you probably have like really nice lingerie. Okay, so you probably dress very, very fashionably because you don't want to take off your clothes. So you're just like, well, if I have this like really sexy garb on, then maybe they'll want me to keep it on because it will just look really good, right? Oh, wiggle, wiggle. But yeah. But yeah, so it could be that type of thing, okay? But there are two cards that are kind of counterintuitive, because you have the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups in the reverse, okay? So the High Priestess in the reverse clarifying the King of Chalices. Let's look at that. Okay, hidden agendas and need to listen to inner voice. Okay. So, maybe like the need to listen to your inner voice is just saying like, you know, like he's gonna love me for who I am, you know, he's gonna find me attractive no matter what, but like you keep, like you're not listening to that. Like, yeah, I just feel like a lot of insecurity here, okay? At least in the very beginning, like again, or maybe like this could be like after you have, you know, kids or something, and you don't really have the body that you used to, or, you know, maybe like at a certain point in the time when you guys do it, it's like in broad daylight or something, and there's just a part of you that you don't want them to see. Like you feel very insecure, you feel like they, you know, I almost feel like they're almost being put on a pedestal with this situation, in a way. Like you think very highly of them, and you're kind of worried. Like maybe they have like a really nice body, you know, like this is really a really muscular person, okay? So yeah, like they could have like a really nice body, or they're very experienced, and you're kind of worried because like they have so much experience, because they look really good, and you may feel like you're not attractive enough for them. You might feel like they're not really going to be as attracted to you as you are to them, okay? I'm just getting a lot of insecurity here, okay? Like something about them is kind of being held at a high regard, you know? Like they could be almost in the public eye, popular, or maybe they just have a lot of people flocking to them, and a lot of people want to sleep with them. You know, this is more of an energy of maybe before you guys officially get together, just that type of sad, insecure type of feeling, okay? Like maybe for some of you, this person could right now be in a karmic situation, but you do think about them as your future spouse, so you're just looking at this now. So maybe like while they're with someone, or maybe you maybe you look at their past relationships and you're just like, oh my gosh, she was so pretty, like, oh my god, like that, like, I don't look anything like that, you know, like, you just kind of think about their past lovers and you just think to yourself, like, you know, I don't know if I could, like, match up to those people, you know, like, these cards, like, this could be, like, ex-partners that he was with, you know, if it isn't you. And you could just be here, like, just looking at old pictures of them and just being like, yeah, like, I wish I looked like them. I wish, you know, like, how do you go from them to me? Like, that type of, like, almost self-deprecating type of thing, okay? And that's clarified by the 9 of Wands. Yeah, very defensive, hesitant energy. So I feel like it's going to take a while for you to be comfortable enough around them to want to sleep with them, want to have sex with them, and, you know, completely show yourself, okay? Again, with the song Skater Boy, like, you know the song from Avril Lavigne, like, he was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. I'm sorry it sounds so monotone today. I'm sorry. But yeah, that could be, like, the type of thing where, yeah, you feel like you're not good enough for them, or maybe they feel they're not good enough for you, like, you know, however it's gonna resonate. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, I feel very confident, you know, then it could be their energy. Just switch it, you know. But I just feel like someone feels insecure with the other. Someone feels that they're not good enough. So there's just this back and forth, like, insecurity and defensiveness and being very hesitant to kind of make that next move, being very hesitant to undress, being very hesitant to do anything, like, you know, too sexual or too adventurous, whatever, because they feel like they're just being judged, okay? Like, just that, like, really insecure type of energy, okay? No, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This talks about, like, lack of progress in planning and short-term goals, and then, like, this Five of Swords just visually, like, again, it's just the guy just undressing. So for some of you, like, maybe if you were like, oh, I kind of wanted to lose a little bit of weight, like, you know, that could be the hesitant. You're just like, oh no, I don't want to sleep with him yet because I didn't, like, lose that extra, you know, 5 or 10 pounds that I wanted to, you know. And they're just like, I don't care, you know, they're like, I really don't give a shit, you know. So it could be, like, a very, like, it'll end up being a very spontaneous type of thing, like, you guys just sleep together and you didn't really get to reach that, like, weight goal that you wanted, but I feel like they're not really gonna care, you know. I feel like that's more of a societal standard that was put into our heads that we don't look good enough, whatever. But I feel like your future spouse isn't really gonna care about that. I feel like they're just gonna, when they want you right then and there. They don't want you, like, you know, 5 pounds later. You know, they want you when right now. You know, not like no, I want to lose weight. They're just like, I want to have sex with you now. Like, I don't care. You know, like, I don't care if you need to lose 100 pounds. I want to be with you. Fuck. Okay. Cause yeah, there's a lot of fire with this person, okay? Maybe they have, like, an Aries Venus or something, okay? I'm not entirely sure what an Aries Venus really ensues, in all honesty. Like, I'll check this. The only ones I really know are, like, my sign or another person that I know, in all honesty. But let's see. But yeah, this person can be very fiery and bad. I feel like they don't really care how they look. Like, you know, that they're very courageous, very brave, okay? And yeah, they could be very impulsive when it comes to, you know, having sex, okay? Like, fiery and temperamental, okay? For some of you, they could almost have, like, that really heated, like, angry sex. Like, maybe after an argument or something, you guys just kind of, you know, you kind of forgive each other by having sex, you know, for some of you, okay? But yeah, I'm just getting this very dominant, impulsive type of thing. Like, again, like, you can just be minding your own business and suddenly they're just kind of in the mood, and next thing you know, like, you know, you guys just running around the house and they're just trying to undress you and you're just like, stop, oh my god, stop. But, you know, not like in a, you know, it's like you want it too, you know, you want it too. There's just probably that quick moment of insecurity, but they're like, I don't care, again, I want you now, I want you now. And with this Knight of Wands, again, it could be like very, you know, very experienced. They could have this some level of immaturity with like they're running around the house, like that type of thing. You're just like, oh my god, stop, like you're just very impulsive. But I do see them as being a very impulsive type of, like, you know, sex haver. Impulsive in bed. Like, yeah, just whenever they're in the mood, they just go, I'm gonna do that. I feel like this person probably calls the shots, okay? Like, they seem like the more dominant one, you know? So it's like when they want to have sex, you know, they're gonna get you in the mood, you know? And even if at the time you're like, I don't want to, you know, I didn't lose any weight, or I don't feel like getting undressed right now, they're like, I do not care, you know? Or maybe if you're like, oh, I didn't shave down there, they're like, I don't care, you know, I don't give a shit, okay? Almost can't get that because over here I talked about hair, you know, wavy hair, short hair, like this could be talking about, you know, pubic hair. So, you know, yeah, you could like, you know, be all natural down there, and you probably feel like, no, I didn't plan, like I didn't, you know, because when you go on a date or something, you're like, oh, well, I didn't shave down there, I didn't shave my legs, I didn't do this, whatever, and they're like, I don't care. So I feel like there are a lot of times when you guys do it, you're gonna be basically all natural because like, it's just gonna be so impulsive, like so out of nowhere when you guys do it. Like, it's not like pile number one seem more planned, like, you know, a romantic dinner and then like, you know, all throughout the night you want each other. But I feel like with this type of thing, it could be like, you know, you both just come home from work and then out of nowhere you guys are all over each other. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay. And so let's see. The Ace of Cups. That Knight is just there. Oh my god. Wow, okay, you know what? I was gonna take this visually because again it is more of a sex reading. With this and with that, I feel like you might be a squirter. Okay, or the feminine person might be a squirter, and they might be one that, like, you know, comes multiple times when you guys are with each other. Okay, so they might like really, like, you know, hit the G spot for you, and you just like squirt like a freaking fountain, and they, like, you know, they have like one big ejaculation, you know, and then like you do it multiple times, and yeah, you do it multiple times, and then they come every time, you know, like, it's just, like, I feel like maybe multiple orgasms, okay, because with the Six of Wands, this is also, like, the victory card, okay, so I feel like, yeah, I feel like you guys always finish, like, I feel like you won't really have an unsatisfactory time when you're with each other, like, it's always, like, you know, ecstasy, you always come, you squirt, whatever, whenever you guys do it with each other, it's very passionate, it's very sexy, and I feel like you guys know each other's body, you know? Also, they could like how you taste, okay? So, like I said about the whole, like, you know, pubic hair type of thing, maybe, like, if you, maybe you don't really want them to, like, you know, eat you out or something because you didn't shave, but they don't care, and they go down on you completely, and they think that you taste good, and they don't care if you didn't shave or anything like that, like, they don't care, you know, they'll just want to, they just want to do it, you know? It's like, I'm gonna eat you like today's breakfast. But yeah, just like a lot of food related stuff. So where the first pile, I took it as like literal like food, I feel like for you guys, because also like she has her hand right there, and, you know, I feel like, you know, you might suck them off, they might eat you out a lot, okay, they might like when you sit on their face or something, okay. Some of you might like to make tapes of the two of you and just watch it back later. all right? Chasing you around the house, just undressing you, looking at yourselves in a mirror, okay? He seems like the more dominant one. Like they might stay fully dressed, but they like to undress you, you know, because it might be like a very quick and impulsive thing. So like, you know, they could still be wearing like a shirt or something, but they want you fully undressed, you know. A little burp confirmation. So yeah, take that however it's gonna resonate, okay? Let's see. I am kind of asking the pendulum some questions, but it's just different for each reading, okay? So, let's see. For pile number 2, is their person dominant in bed? Okay, it's saying yes. There was a little hesitation there, though. So maybe they come across as someone who's not that dominant, but they are, you know. I'll ask another thing. I'll ask it again. So, for pile number 2, is their future spouse very dominant in bed? Yes. Okay, yes. Yes, they are. Okay, so, alright, so thanks, pile number 2. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that resonated for you, alright? And I'll see you next time, okay? So, pile number 3. So, just visually, we have the 10 of Wands. I kind of decided not to read these cards reverse because they come out weirdly. So yeah, 10 of Wands, Temperance, the Tower card, and 6 of Swords. For clarifiers, we have 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and 4 of Wands in the reverse. And we also have the Hanged Man, the Page of Cups, the Chariot, the Hierophant, and this is the deck that had like the extra cards came out. So we also have the 2 of Cups and the Magician. Okay, so we have like 4, actually no, damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana cards, and you also have the number 7 right here. Okay, so the number 7 is something that's very important here. Okay, so 7, you are in line with the divine and fulfilling your purpose. Okay, what signs do we see? We see Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Taurus again with the Tower card. Can't believe you have 7 major arcana cards. That's crazy. Okay, so how will sex life be with your partner? So like I keep saying, the sexual tarot cards, I'm just looking at them visually because I barely know how to read these cards. I barely look at them, and they're very different than a traditional tarot deck, okay? So, first of all, what is with the outdoor stuff? Like, I feel like all of these, like this entire deck, they have something to do with outdoors. Like, there's barely any indoor stuff, but I feel like it's especially prominent with all these piles, okay? But okay, so this person might like to kind of carry you around their waist, you know, and like, you know, like sex standing up, okay? Also, let me pull these cards before I forget. So initials, it could be the letter N somewhere in their name, really short hair, the letter D, gothic and edgy, letter K, and total sweetheart, okay? Take that however you will. Those are the cards that came out. The one that mainly came out was total sweetheart, okay? The other ones are just kind of extra. It depends on the people, I guess. Okay. So I feel like especially with the Seven of Swords, this is very similar to how pile number 1 was. You guys might kind of sneak around when you're doing it. Like, you know, you might kind of sneak off in a public place and just kind of hide yourselves, okay? Because they look like they're hiding in the bushes and just go at it, you know? Like, you know, they might love to like kind of rip your clothes apart when they're doing it, okay? It totally looks like a quickie because he has his underwear just around his legs like that, like around his knees. But yeah, this person might be really strong, so they just you know, because both these cards, they're kind of like lifting you up, okay? So they might love to just lift you up and just, you know, just fuck you, you know, just fuck you standing, okay? They probably love when like you straddle them and your legs are wrapped around them, okay? Because that's kind of like these cards, and this card has that too, okay? I'm getting a lot of like, you know, twin flame, possible soulmate energy because of Four of Wands and the Two of Cups, okay? I mean, obviously this is your future spouse. This is your future spouse. But yeah, they could have a soulmate connection with them, okay? So let's see. With the Temperance card, clarify with the Seven of Pentacles, definitely there seems to be a lot of patience, a lot of waiting with the situation, okay? The Temperance also talks about mutual attraction in the general tarot deck, just referring to love relationships and stuff, so it could be that type of thing. Also, there could be like a Sagittarius Venus or something in there for some of you, okay? For some of you. This isn't the love language reading that I did the other day, but that's just something that just kind of came to me. But there are a lot of signs here, so it doesn't really matter, okay? But I'm kind of getting like this lady right here is just kind of doing her own thing. Like, you know, she's pouring water into the other vial. So maybe like, maybe your person loves watching you, you know, just kind of doing like a daily task, like doing literally anything, and they just love watching you, and they get really turned on by you just from seeing you, you know, pouring yourself a glass of water, or, you know, seeing you cooking, seeing you working, seeing you do anything. They just get really attracted to you, and they just want to have you, okay? They probably love your hair, because this person has gorgeous hair, like really long hair. They do have red hair, but for the most part, all these cards, the people either have red or brown hair, so don't get hung up on the hair color, but I feel like they just love your hair. They might also love your feet as well, because her feet are out, okay? They probably get really attracted to you when they see you kind of draped in like a long dress or something, or like, you know, very like, you know, flowy clothing. Alright. Maybe they kind of like, they love staring at your nipples or something, because like his face is like very close to her breast. This guy, like, you can't really tell where he's looking, but her nipples are out right there too. For her nipples, her chest is like pressed like against him very firmly, and for this one, you can see her nipples through her dress. So maybe like he, or they, you know, they love when you kind of wear stuff like that, like almost like a see-through sheer type of fabric, where like they love being able to see you under your clothes. Like maybe a way to kind of turn them on is like you don't wear underwear, you know? Like, yeah, you don't wear underwear so that you can do these little quickie things in public, you know? Like they can just, you know, you can just pull your pants or your skirt down or something and just get to business right then and there and just do whatever you want, okay? But yeah, maybe that's how you know to turn them on. Like maybe when you're about to go out to dinner or something, you're just like, hey, I'm not wearing any underwear, and they're like, ooh, my god. And then they're basically just thinking about the whole time, like, you know, while you're out doing anything, they're just thinking about how you're not wearing any underwear, and they're just like, I can't wait to fuck her, you know? And yeah, with the whole waiting thing, so like they just kind of wait for the right time to do it, you know? They wait for the right time to take you and fuck you, you know? So the Tower card, clarified by the Hermit, very weird, very bizarre, but let's see. This person, like, gets kind of caught, you know, like, having sex with this person and they're really mad about it. Okay. Maybe maybe they have like a little bit of a jealous way with them sometimes, that they imagine you flirting with other people. Like you could be like an accidental flirt where like you just kind of without meaning to, you come across as really flirty with people, okay? Like Sagittarius somewhere, okay, like very direct. So like, you know, you're talking to someone and you're very direct and very to the point when you're saying stuff. So I don't know, it just comes across as like this very quietly confident, direct, maybe almost flirty type of energy, and they get a little jealous and they just imagine, maybe they almost imagine you sleeping with someone else and how pissed off they would be if you were with someone else, okay? Like just like that jealous energy. I want to look at this Hermit card. I'm also kind of seeing that like they can never really be alone with you. Or is it they can't wait to get alone with you, because like the Hermit talks about being alone and like introspection and soul searching and everything. And like the Tower card is like, you know, how this person's kind of getting caught. So maybe, you know, maybe that's one of the reasons why you guys have to kind of sneak around a lot, because you literally can never be alone. Maybe you're always around people. Maybe you're in like a very, maybe you guys are co-workers as well, and you're in a very like full work environment and there's always people around, so you can't just do whatever you want. Or, you know, maybe if you're younger, you live in a house with like a bunch of roommates or something, so you know, you can't just do it because like the second you guys do it, someone's like knocking on the door, or they could barge in and you're like, oh my god, like we can't even be alone for like 2 minutes. Like everyone's always like, you know, barging in, interrupting us, you know. Yeah, so they probably just really just want to get you alone, so that's probably why you guys sneak off and do things like, you know, outside, just hiding in the bushes or something. Okay, there are probably a lot of people that are involved in this situation. Not necessarily again in like a third party type of situation, but just like maybe a lot of friends or, you know, coworkers that just kind of see you. Okay, maybe how things start off, again, I'm just getting coworkers, maybe how things start off, you're in the same work environment or something, and you're very attracted to each other, but you have to kind of keep it a secret, you know. Keep your sex life a secret, your relationship a secret. Okay, but this is more about when you're actually married though. So I'm sure that when you're actually married, you're not going to keep your entire marriage a secret. That'd be really hard to keep. But like, maybe you have like a certain way you guys act around each other in public. Not in like a, oh, I don't want people to know, but like you are more composed with each other, and like if someone just met you, they wouldn't assume you guys were married, you know? Like they wouldn't assume that you guys were together because you're both like kind of professional around each other, you know? But you guys do want that alone time together without worrying about everyone in your business or worrying about you getting caught by anybody, because it does get annoying or frustrating when you're just trying to have a good time with your spouse and someone just kind of comes barging in. Okay, so that might be for some of you, okay? Just a matter of like, we can never get any freaking privacy, okay? But that seems like more of a current energy. So say, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I keep knocking this over. Let me just make sure that's white balance and everything. That's how you white balance, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, I'm trying to say, I keep knocking this thing over. So, yeah, like I'm feeling that's more of a current energy. So like, say if you're not with them right now, maybe in the near future you will be with them, and you'll just be in kind of a situation like, again, like, you know, you could have a roommate, they could have roommates, like, you know, you could be young adults, okay, and yeah, you share your living space with other people, so it's kind of hard to get some alone time, okay? They probably have like a big group of friends, or maybe you do, so people are always trying to get yours or their attention all the time, so it's so hard just to get some alone time, and it's really frustrating, okay? But you guys do just kind of sneak off and do your own thing together, okay? Now with the Six of Swords. This, with the Total Sweetheart card, I kind of feel like, you guys move together, okay? Like, I feel like it's like you're not like just fucking, like I feel like you guys are making love. Like, obviously you do have these really passionate moments, but like how I said, like they get so attracted to you just doing your own like everyday thing. Like, it's just like no matter what you do, they just think you're, you know, gorgeous. They have to have you right then and there. Okay, also with the Two of Cups, which is like the minor arcana for the Lovers card, okay? And the Four of Wands is like the twin flame, you know, card, the marriage card. Oop, burping. Confirmation. But yeah, like, you guys just have very passionate love making, okay? Like, you know, you could do a missionary just so that they can like kind of bury their face into your cleavage in that. Yeah, so they can kind of bury their face into your breast. They can kiss you. They can like run their fingers through your hair. As I'm saying that, I notice his fingers are actually through her hair. Okay, so yeah, it's like you're not really trying like every crazy move. You know, you guys just like do like the missionary position sometimes, or most of the time. You know, and you can still do other, you know, really exciting, fun stuff. But in the end, I feel like, you know, you might start off doing that, but then like at the end you're doing this, you know, like it starts out very hot and heavy, you know, promiscuous, sexy, and then like at the end you're just caressing each other, okay? Like it gets very romantic towards the end. All right. Yeah, this person could have really short hair, or you could, okay, over there. Some letters that could be in their name somewhere. Could be K, D, or N. Take that how it resonates, okay? This could also be like, you know, K for, you know, karmic, or K for kinky, D for divine, you know? That type of thing. So just take it how it resonates. Or N for newlyweds, so, you know, like just any, whatever word comes to mind or anything like that. And also with the edgy card, yeah, I feel like the whole sneaking off and doing it could be, that is a little edgy in itself, like when you guys do it, okay? Or that could just be like their or your type of appearance, like a kind of edgy look or edgy persona, okay? Like, I'm getting a lot of fire, okay? I feel like, even like, you know, before you guys get married, whenever you're with each other, like it feels like you're already married. Like, it's just a very passionate love making you guys have with one another, okay? Because it has a Four of Wands in the reverse, so this is like before you're even married, you know, when you're just dating and you're just hooking up, or, you know, you're dating and then you have sex. It's just so passionate. It's so much love making, you know, like you feel this ecstasy when you're with each other, this bliss, and it's just like, it's just a beautiful type of, you know, a beautiful type of relationship, okay? And this is the Wheel of Fortune. I think I said the Magician earlier, my bad, but yeah, the Wheel of Fortune also, we have two 10s right here and two 7s. Three 7s actually, because the Chariot card. But yeah, so with the Wheel of Fortune, not the Magician, it could very much, this could be someone that, you know, has manifested you, or you manifested them into your life. Like, this is like a very strong, you know, spiritual connection that you have, okay? And I feel like maybe a lot of manifestation, a lot, like what's gonna make you guys closer is when you guys have sex for the first time, you know? Like, that's gonna kind of boost the connection, you know? The attraction will grow deeper. It might release a lot of tension if you guys had any, you know, maybe during like any separation phase or anything like that. It might take the edge off, okay, with the edgy card right there, okay? Like, yeah, I'm just getting like a lot of like serendipity with you guys, okay? But yeah, like you definitely manifested each other. So yeah, like when you guys have sex, this could be that when you guys first have sex, you just feel this strong love for each other, and the chemistry gets stronger, the soul connection gets deeper, okay? Yeah, this person could be making their way towards you, or coming back to you soon, okay? If you know who this person is already, they could be coming back to you pretty soon with the Chariot card. Like that they have an intention to be with you, okay? You two might have, you know, kids together in like a traditional loving marriage. Maybe right now you're not talking to each other, and you probably both really want to, with this Page of Cups just, you know, backwards, because the turtle's still in their shell, you know, like they have like, but I feel like they might be like about to give you this message of love, maybe after a while of keeping their mouth shut about it, okay? Okay, like it definitely, with the whole wheel turning, it's just a whole thing about a cycle and endings. And then with the Hanged Man, I'm just getting like an epiphany, okay? So maybe, you know, coming to this conclusion, maybe a while before too, you know, just coming to this conclusion that you're meant to be together, and that's gonna be like a very, you know, fruitful connection, okay? That's the only card that I will read the book for this reading today. And I read it before, but so many readings I do. So I'll read that again. Okay. So the two sides of the Hanged Man card can be seen as exhalation and inhalation, metaphorically speaking. On the other side, ego and preconceptions are released. On this side, symbols enter the consciousness one by one. Okay, like this could be signs. Okay, to be perceived more clearly by a mind emptied of expectations, it is helpful to lay this card side by side with the Hierophant. Ooh, that's really funny how this came out with the Hierophant. That's actually really cool. Okay, to compare them as the two acolytes, or what are they doing? I can't read this right now. Pfft. The snake on the Hierophant's crest has come down to earth. Wisdom is no longer linked to doctrine. It is an attribute of contemplation. The mask is broken. Illusions are shattered. What are you now ready to see? Okay. So that's kind of what I was saying, how like I feel like they are now ready to see this connection for what it fully is. Maybe in the past they were kind of denying it or trying to mask their feelings. Okay, they could be this hermit energy. They could be a Virgo, okay, or a Taurus, you know, or a Sag. Like there are a lot of signs right here, but, or a Cancer. But yeah, there are a lot of signs right here, but maybe in the past that they really were keeping to themselves. Like maybe they knew the whole time that this was a very significant connection, but they didn't want to see it. But now they're ready to face it, and they're ready to come forward, you know, like they're, you know, and then they no longer have any unrealistic expectations or think of this as an unrealistic expectation to be with you. Maybe they thought that this connection was unattainable. Maybe they thought this connection wasn't real, okay? I am stuttering like crazy right now, so maybe they're trying to fathom what words they want to say to you when they come back around, okay? But yeah, just something about their energy of just being like ready to officially, you know, officially come forward and officially make a move towards you, all right? So yeah, like you might obviously will date them before you marry them, but maybe like your next relationship will be this person, especially if you already know who they are and you're expecting them to come back soon. Then yeah, this person could be your future spouse, and this is how your sex life is going to be while you're dating, and then when you're actually, you know, married, okay? So I'm asking the pendulum for every deck buzz. Oh my god, I can't talk right now, okay? I feel like they really have no idea what to say to you right now. But for each pile, I ask the pendulum a question pertaining to their specific pile, okay? So for pile number 3, is there a person coming towards them soon? Yes. Okay. Is their person still trying to figure out what to say to them? Yes, they are. Okay. So yeah, your person is coming back. Okay, so this could be like a very long soulmate twin flame journey that you were dealing with, but I feel like the cycle is being complete now because we do see the tens here. And yes, they are coming back towards you, but they're still trying to figure out exactly what they want to say. Okay, so maybe when they first come back, it'll kind of be masked as a friends with benefits type of situation, but then like after a couple times they're just like pretending that there's no strings attached. They might then be like, I actually want to be with you, you know, like I actually like legitimately want to be in a relationship with you. Okay, so yes, that's what I'm getting. So awesome. Pile number 3, that was very powerful. The visual description wasn't that much, but yeah, in general, I feel like they just find you very beautiful. It'll be a lot of love making, and you just have to find that alone time you guys will have together. But it does get very passionate. It does get kind of sneaky with the two of you. And no matter, like, literally anything that you do, that they just immediately are turned on. So they could easily get, like, you know, a boner whenever they just see you, you know? Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that reading, okay? And I'll see you guys next time.